Hi everyone, my name is Digvijay Parmar and welcome back to my YouTube channel Pick Up Pencil. So in today's video, we are going to create a Java class and then later on create an object out of it programmatically. So in last video, we have understood that how to create a class and an object conceptually on the whiteboard. But in today's session, we want to uh, have it into some action because it's equally important after understanding the object in class conceptually to also convert it into the coding. So in today's session, we are going to create probably the first Java class and an object. So if you are a completely beginner in Java and probably you are starting the first time creating a class and an object, so you are at the right place. So follow along. We are going to do it from the beginning. So in any editor where you do your Java coding, the steps are similar. Initially, I'm using IntelliJ IDEA editor, but you can choose any editor you like. So basically, you create a sample project and then all the Java classes, they reside in the source folder called SRC folder. So when we create a Java class, the Java source code stays in a file. So we have to create a Java file first. So we go to the source folder, select it, and then we say right click, then we say new, and then we say Java class. So if you are using some other Java editor, these things will be the similar. So when we click on Java class, we see here class is already selected and it's asking us to provide class name for our for the class we are going to create. So what I'm going to create today, since we are doing it right from the basic. So basically, I'm taking a fruit example like the apple and orange or mango, so that we can understand and create the class and object right from the beginning, like word by word. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a class apple fruit, and I say class, right? And then when you do it, it's already creating this template for you. But since we are doing it from basic, I'm just going and deleting it so that we know that what actually uh, right from the beginning how we do it. So basically, this apple.java class is already created for it. So whenever we write a Java class, first word we write is public. If you say public all lowercase, so again, Java is a case sensitive language. If you write like this, P caps, then it is wrong. It will throw an error and your program will not compile. So public, first we write public. Why we write public? So basically any class that we are going to create. So public means this class is going to be public. We are defining the scope for this class, that this class can be called publicly. And second keyword is a class keyword, CALASS, Java keyword. That means we are going to create a class. It's again a small case. And then the class name we want to give. So we give apple, APPLE. So one more thing I want to point out here. So whatever class name you gave here, apple, it should be apple.java. So your java.class should be having the same name, including matching the case. Okay. And then we say opening and closing braces. So basically this is a template or a structure for our class. So what we have learned in the last video, whenever we create a class, then the data members, like data members stays in a class, and then we have functions, or we can say methods, right? So any Java class consists of the data members and the functions. So that is what we are going to do in class. We are going to learn how to create a data members and how to create functions. So right now we are ready with our class template. So let's go ahead and create some data members. So since we are taking an example of apple, let me create a string here, string color. Okay, what is the color of the apple? And I can give this red. You are free to use any property you want. So this data members are nothing but the property of class. So my class name is apple, so I'm trying to create some property like apple has a color red, right? And you are free to use any property that you want. So second property I will assign, or second data member I will assign taste. Okay, I can say sweet. So two properties I have assigned here for my these data members. One is, so basically any property you assign, any data member will have a type. So it has a string type, right? And then this is the property name equals to, and then whatever property we want this to have. So this is basically our hard coded. We have provided it. So any string value in Java, we do it within the double quotes, right? If we don't do in the double quotes and if we do in the single quote, it'll throw an error. If you see this red sign here, right, that means we are doing something wrong. So all the values for a string data member or the property is provided in the quotes. So this is how we declare our data members, right? So now, since we are done with our data members, let's go ahead and create a function. So since we are going to create this function right from the beginning, let's suppose we are creating it first time. Let's understand word by word, how do we actually create. So the first word, keyword we write again, public. That means public we are writing for this function so that this function within the class can be accessible from the outside world. Okay. And then second keyword will be void, public void. Void means the function I'm going to create here, it does not return anything. It just execute this program, whatever is inside this function, but it is not going to return anything. That is, it is not going to serve at the end. So it's going to do whatever is written in here in this function. Okay. So public void, and then the custom message name, the method name. So whatever we want to give a method name. So here I'm giving maybe get message. So I have this Apple class here. It has some data members and then method, and the method name I have given get message. Okay. And this is my method name, and all the method is followed by these parentheses, opening and then closing. And after this, we have curly braces, opening curly braces, and then closing curly braces. So if you see the class, the beginning and end goes with the curly braces. Again, method beginning and end goes with the curly braces. So this is basically defining a scope. So this class has a scope from here to here. This method has scope from here to here. Yeah, that's how we have to understand this. So now whatever we write within this function, that means this method or this function is going to do that. So what we can do is we can just go and simply say print something, right? In anything you want to print in Java, you will have to remember this. It goes like this: system is s capital dot out dot println. Okay, and then opening and closing curly braces followed by the semicolon. So remember again, semicolon, any declaration we do, anything we do, we have to terminate with the semicolon. If you do not give the semicolon, it will be an error, right? So that semicolon, if you put a semicolon, that means your instruction is completed. So right now we said system.out.println, we want to print something, but what do we want to print something? Let's see, let's print something here. So since I am in the Apple class and I have a get message, so let's try to give some meaningful message here since I'm from, so I can say I am an apple, okay, and then you can say I have color red and I have or you can say I am sweet in taste. Okay, so this is what we are going to give this message here. So right now we can say we are done with creating our class. So yes, this is it, guys. Class is nothing but, right, an structure, and then data members, you can have even more, and then the function. So we have done a very simple thing here, right? So this is how we have created a class. So let's do one more quick thing over here, right? So since we have these data members here, But there is a purpose of having these data members. These data members are here, but we are not using these data members in our class. So, and that is the purpose of these data members, right? These data members will be used, the functions within the class. So let's go ahead and do that. So since our apple has a property already color, what I can do here, right? I can use these two data members or these two properties inside this function. So remember, for this function or any function in this class, these data members will always be available. So here you see, and we are saying the apple has color in red. Red is hard coded. So let's not hard code this one here. Let's try to reuse this property here, which is already. So what I do, I'm just taking this out, right? And I'm just completing my value here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain you this in a minute. Color. So what I've just did is I have replaced this red hard coded value with the by using this data member or this property here. So this is how you use any custom message, any custom value, your own value, you want to do this. But anytime you want to use a variable or this data member, you don't want to put that within this message. You want to take that out of the message, and that is how you do it with a plus sign. So this is how you do it in Java. So any your own words, you can put it in the codes, but anywhere you want to use a variable from the program, you don't want to keep them in the codes, but plus and then color from here. And similarly, we have suite. Suite, we already have this data member property available here, right? So let's take this out. I'm deleting this one, right? And then I'm just going to do the same thing over here again, right? See, so now I'm an apple. I have color red using this property, and I am sweet in taste, right? So I've just saved this. So what we did is we have created a class, we declared our data members, we declared the function, and plus we have used the data members within the function. So we have done three things, right? So this is just one class right now. Let me go ahead and create one more class, and then finally we'll try to create an object and print these values so that we can see live here what is it is going to print, right? So similarly, the way we have created a class here, apple, let's go and create one more class here like mango. Okay, so that it is very clear for us. We go here mango. So mango class is already created. So I'm not going to do this one by one. Let me just copy this one because it's the same thing and put it in the mango class, right? It's the same thing. I'm not really doing anything. Let's change something. Let's give color mango is yellow, or maybe the taste is sour. Okay, and the get message may be the same. We wanted to get the message, and then see here we really don't have to do anything. I am a mango. I have a color. It will come from here, right? And I'm taste. Okay, so it should come from here. So right now we have just the way we have created the apple class, exactly same we have created the mango class. So it has a mango class name. So the file name is also mango.java, and we have changed the properties and everything is the same, right? So we have created here two classes over here. So now we want to create, now the second thing what we want to do today is we want to create an object out of these classes and print what is really going to test our program, whether our program is returning the right values or not. Let's test that. So in order to create a working class or a demo class, let me just go ahead and create one more class over here just to run these classes, right? And I'm going to give a name that fruit demo. You can give any name. You can just give a demo or something like that, so that I can run these classes. So again, public class. So similarly, any class we write public class and then fruit demo. So what I'm going to do is in this fruit demo class, right? What I want to do is I want to create an object of apple, I want to create an object of mango in this class, and then try to access the data members and the methods. So that is what the purpose of all the objects, right? We create an object for a class so that we are able to access their data members and function. That is the whole point of creating it. So let's do that here. So anytime we want to run a Java program, right? So first what we do is what we create a main method. So I will explain that to you. Let's go ahead. Public, okay, static. So one thing you may have noticed here, okay, let me just write this full and then I'll explain. Public static void main, okay, string args. I'll just explain this whole thing to you guys. Okay, so as I said, since this is a demo, right, we want to create an object for these two classes and run it, everything. So in order to run this whole program, we need a starting point for our project, our program, right? So main, so what we have done here is, right, we have just created a main method. Main method is for our starting point for our execution, right? So that is how we do it in Java. In order to create a starting point, starting execution point for our program, we create a main method. So this is nothing but a method. It is a public so that outside world can access it. Static. So if you see here, instead of here we do not said static here, but here we are saying. Why we are saying static over here? Because static method, since this is going to be called first time with the Java, so there is no need to create an object for this whole class or to access this method. So this method can be directly accessed. So anytime we want to access any method in Java without even creating the object, any direct access of any method, we say static for that. So just remember that for now, right? So that the execution can begin from here. Void, we already know it doesn't return anything, and the main is the name of this method, and this method accepts one argument, that is the string array. It's a string array, even though we are not going to use it, but just remember it for now that Java, accept the main method like this. So once we have our main method, now this is what we are going to do. We are going to create an object. So anything I'm writing with these here, right? These forward slashes, these are just a comment. I'm just writing it so that we can follow it. These are not included in the program. Just to know that, what we are really doing it. Like if you see it, right? These are not a part of program, just for our reference that what we are actually going to do is. So here what we are going to do is we are going to create an object for our fruit class. So let's go ahead and create an object for apple class here. Okay. So how do we actually create an object for any class? Let's suppose apple class. So what we do is first we say the class name, which is apple here, space. Okay. Apple, exactly, case sensitive. Apple, A is capital. And then we can say next is the object name. Object. So here I have given apple object. People can give, A1 or anything you want, or some will give lowercase apple. So what I'm going to do is I'm just giving apple object. You can give anything. Okay, this is the object name. Now equal to apple, the class name, equal to, new apple, and the braces close. So this is how we have created our first object in Java for apple class. So how did we do it? We said apple, the class name, and then object name, our own object name we came up with, it can be anything, equals to new, and then class name. So anytime we say new keyword in Java, that means we are going to create an object for this class, which is coming right after the new apple. So apple object equals to new object. So this is how we will have to learn it. So this is how we create an object. So once we have created an object of the apple class, what do we get? As I've explained in my previous video also, the moment we create an object, we get a direct access on the data members and the functions. Now we can access the data members and the functions of this class with this object, right? And how we can do is just copy this one, apple object dot, okay? And we can even, yeah, we can access these data members here, and I can say color. See, I'm able to see, but I can just print it. I'll just go and print it like this, system, and we know that, why print for anything printing in Java, we say system dot out dot println, okay, and it goes in the bracket. So see, what I'm trying to here is apple object dot color. I should be getting in red here. So with the help of this apple object dot property, I am able to get the property here. And similarly, right now I have just accessed this property. Now let's access this method, right? So similarly, I have this object here. I say object dot get message, same method. Now this object has an access to this method as well. So just creating an object of an apple, I have an access to property of the object and the method. Similarly, let me create another object for mango. Okay, I'm going to create two objects here. Or let me just run it, okay? Let me run for just one. Okay, if I run this one, I just simply go and say run, okay, main function, and it should print values for us. It's building it over here. It's running it. It's the progress. So first time it may be a little slow. Okay, see, we see it here, red. If you see it here, right? So this is the line getting print. Apple object dot color. Go to the apple class. The color is red. Now it came here. Okay, we have just said apple object dot get message. Okay, it went inside this function apple class and printed whatever was here. See, I am an apple. I have a color red. So this red is coming from this property, and I am sweet in taste. See, it's coming all the way from the apple class, right? And similar thing, we can do it for our mango object, another object. Okay, so if we do mango, I'm just mango mango object equals to a new mango object, right? And then a mango object dot color. So what color we have in mango? We have yellow. We'll be getting yellow color from here, right? And then again mango object dot get message, because get message method is also present in the mango, right? So again, let's run this one. Okay, so it's running, and see red. First time it is coming red for apple, right? And then I am an apple and I have color in red and I'm sweet in taste, right? This is done. Then we created mango object. Then again, mango object dot color, it is yellow because yellow we have given it here. And then mango object dot get message, I'm in mango, and it is coming all the way from the mango class. So guys, this is how we create the classes in Java, a class in Java, and this is how we create an object out of it. So I hope, after going through this program, you must be clear about how we create a class, how we create an object, what are the data members, and how do we access the function of a class. So I hope you enjoyed, coding along with me, and please practice the program, because just going through the theory is not enough. Once you get into the programs, you will enjoy it more and you will start doing even the new things. So that is all for today's session. If you enjoyed today's learning, please share, like, and subscribe channel, Pick Up Pencil. See you guys next time. Take care. Thank you.